These are the superficial facts about the sleep of Vanessa. But have we authentic and positive information as to when impregnation takes place? This is such a romantic place. Vanessa was so very happy and felt so much love for her new husband. I want to remember this always, he said. Vanessa tries to think quickly and responds with, oh, my ideal place is a secret place that I share with my friends. The story takes place in a rural Gothic manor around 1905 in an unspecified northern country. Middle-aged, attractive Vanessa is withdrawn, obsessed with thoughts of the lover she's not seen for 20 years. Whatever it is, very few tourists visit that world. Those who have journeyed to the fringe of Vanessa's place, refuse to talk about what they have seen. One day, frustrated with the working man for not working faster, the boss had Vanessa take his place. There was no summons to supper, no soft knock on the door asking Vanessa if she was okay. And when she heard the safety chain slide into place and saw the dark replace the sliver of light under her door, Vanessa was stunned. In the next scene, the marriage having just taken place, Vanessa arrives in Dublin, determined to learn the truth from the mouth of her rival. As it was, Vanessa's marriage provided an opportunity to absorb or identify with aspects of Vanessa's feminine role, and became the fulcrum of Wolfe's life. Wolfe wished in her flirtation with Clive Bell to take Vanessa's place. She pined and gradually sank under the alteration that had taken place in Swift's deportment toward her since the acquaintance with Vanessa. Like, if he wasn't truly gay, then why had he kissed Greg in the first place? Then again, why was Vanessa suddenly looking so hot with newsprint smudges across her pale cheek? Vanessa froze in place, stunned by the inference. For an instant, Lily Vanessa felt rooted in place, and Jess looked equally stunned. Kendra rubbed her shins. Without another person to take Vanessa's place, temporarily, releasing her one-time friend from the quiet box for a brief conversation would be impossible. Cynthia had taken Vanessa's place. That's really sweet, honey, but why don't you send someone to Vanessa's place and I'll stay here and help you? The dean rode off in dark fury to Vanessa's place near Selbridge, and throwing her own letter on the table, left without a word. Vanessa's lips curved up. How delicious. That should cause a stir. Hannah winced. The woman knew how to place her darts, and she said nothing. Mrs. Van Homrink had died deeply in debt, and the creditors had seized Marley Abbey. Marley Abbey! Vanessa's place! The Mosel bears in apprehension lest another woman had taken Vanessa's place. What about my place? Dan asked, before he even had a chance to think about what he was saying. He fingered an old, dusty hardcover about Walt Whitman and considered taking it home. Your place? Vanessa asked, pitifully. What do you see in this place? Vanessa whispered. We'd really like to have a place of our own. She waited for Jim to say, what do you mean? I thought this was Vanessa's place. Anyway, we've had no signs of forced entry at Vanessa's place. Nothing disturbed or rummaged through. We got the place together 2 years ago. A stark drama, Vanessa takes place in the Scandinavian country in 1905. Vanessa Place argues that, despite the apparent anti-essentialism represented by Dill, the discourse of true nature haunts the film. We find that among the later poems, no place is found for Cadenes and Vanessa. As a result, though, it is Virginia's literary achievement that has given Bloomsbury its place in cultural history. It's Vanessa's house that has become Bloomsbury's shrine. Noreen believes that a bird in the house indicates death will take place. Vanessa rejects this. Where are we going to drop off Amy? Vanessa asked. I don't know, he answered. We need a place to hole up until the hunt dies down. Pick Vanessa up at school, get a ticket on the Greyhound bus to a place you've never heard of, take a new name, start a new life. After the tilt-a-whirl and the bumper cars, Vanessa holds our place in line for the Ferris wheel while I buy some cotton candy. I'll just do what I do and you copy me with the wings of the plane. Vanessa took her place at the control. The guinea pig glares at Vanessa, shouts at her through the closed windows of her vehicle, her tiny little gerbil hands flying furious all over the place. This was the lady who took Vanessa Williams' place as Miss America. Swift's liaison with Vanessa took place between the years 1709 and 1723. Then, in 1994, Vanessa got an invitation to the place where she really wanted to be, Broadway. She had several people pop into her mind who she knew might be interested in just such a place. You have some phone messages, Alicia said when Vanessa walked through the front door. Your place looks really lavender, Dan remarked when Vanessa let him in. Jimmy couldn't picture Vanessa in a place like this. He knew exactly where he'd placed the mirror, in the room Vanessa helped him redecorate. The more he thought about it, the more apparent it became that the only person who could have sent the poems to the magazine in the first place was Vanessa. Whosoever began writing in Vanessa's place did so, Alden said, looking expressively about the room, within these walls. Irony, as LA novelist Vanessa Place wrote, is a dead man's game. Okay.